A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH286. I'm just trying to multitask here, straightening my microphone, but it doesn't look like. Just stand by. Oh, damn. Okay, back again. Patricia and David with you on this rather cloudy evening here at Gulf Harbour. It didn't rain too much today, though, so that was certainly a big change from yesterday. No sleet, no hail, no gale force winds. Actually, we got a bit of hurricane force wind yesterday. 16 degrees it is at the moment, and only 10 knots from the southwest after all the chaos of yesterday. 1021.7 on the bar and 95% cloud cover. And I was just reading an email that's come in questioning, and I will respond to it in detail, but I got a call today from New Zealand's RCC about Thursday's child to ask for an update. And I said, well, it's rather strange that you should ask me because I was about to call you for an update. And yeah, it turns out that they don't impinge on other people's areas. I had hoped that they would have got a reason why the Fiji RCC didn't get any assistance down there to them, but no, that because it's in their area, it is definitely Fiji's responsibility, and that's as far as I have got, so nothing much more from that, but I will respond to that email that's just come in. There's not too much news of the world because I've been running around trying to do some strange things today, not the least of which is try and find drivers for the printer so that I can scan into my new computer. I tell you what, we think that we have got a lot of improvements in technology, but boy, when you can't just plug in a computer, connect a printer and scan something without several hours of work, particularly going to HP to work through their confounded system, we really haven't got very far with technology at all, because I still haven't accomplished that. Anyway, the thing is, this weekend is King's birthday weekend. And I thought that I would give you a bit of New Zealand type news because many of you, you're out there boating and you forget about the farming industry. Some of you are ex-farmers out there and you will know this, but this weekend is the major movement of cow herds in the country. Now, many of the dairy cows in this country are not owned by the people that own the farm. They're what we call share milkers, and they have their own herds. And at this time of the year, the cows are all dry, and that doesn't mean they need a glass of water. It means that they are not lactating. So it is a good time to move a herd from one place to another. And this is generally done June 1st or thereabouts, plus or minus a few days, because the cows aren't lactating, and it's easy to move them and easy to move the families that have to move as well to look after them. And this all happens at this time of the year. The big manufacturing companies are shut down because there's no milk. So it is cow moving time. So many of our roads in the rural areas will have massive herds of cows going on them, or they'll be driven from one place to another on big trucks. So that's the excitement for the farmer in this country at this time. All right, we've just had the email from Gracias, their last night at sea, Dave and Nick, and I presume Lorna's about to head off to meet them. This was at 4 o'clock, 1931 South, 17718 East. Pretty sporty, as they describe it, 20 knots, gusting 25 southeast, so they're certainly going to be there in good time tomorrow. They're on a course of 010 true, 7 knots, 100% cloud cover, and along with the winds, they've got 2 metre swell from the southeast. But all is well, and they are looking forward to arrival. And I've got a report from Pogean. He's not on the radio, but I shall give you the report from the North Minerva area. Absolutely amazing number of boats there. 16, well, mind you, there's been a lot more, hasn't there, at other times, waiting to get through to New Zealand. But the conditions there at the moment is 18 to 22 from the southwest, 200 degrees actually, and the 2 metre seas are from the southwest. The skies are overcast to the north, scattered low-level cumulus, mid-level cumulus, and a few high-level cirrus. So no rain though. They don't seem to have rained since they left here. The barometer they think is 1018, but that might be in doubt. And of course there was the lobster report, 2 large, 2 medium, and that was near the navigation light for those that are there. I'll just see if the boss has got any comment on this.
Well, not on that, but Pajian also asked the question. I know they don't have a radio, but they do have, I think they have streaming. But apparently their barometer has been steady all day, and that wasn't concerning him, but it was puzzling him. The answer to that is the high, which is in the pretty much center Tasman, is a 1031 millibar. And it has been in place all day. From what I could see, it has not moved at all. Now, that's the center of the high. Now, the highs, obviously, the isobars are circling the high, but they're not concentric. In this particular case, we happen to have a ridge which goes from the center of the high almost right through Minerva and onto Tonga. Anyhow, the isobars are not moving either. In other words, we're sitting right about 1018 in Minerva, according to Pajian, and I'm looking at the models, and that's about what they're calling off as well. Remember, the model is just an idea, so that we can't really expect what they say to be exactly the case. That's why I'm always interested in your reports. But anyhow, that is the reason that we have not had barometric pressure movement during the day. The high hasn't moved and the ridge hasn't moved. Now that, of course, will change, but that's the reason that the barometer, their barometer at least, has been consistent all day long. So there you go. Here's the chief.
All right, yes, it's been interesting to do a bit of comparison from the reports coming in. Gracias and Y2K in particular we're looking forward to, because he's up in an interesting area. Actually, Y2K report in from Funafuti as well just now. Funafuti, they've got wind that's much more civilized there. It's only 7 knots of true wind at northeast direction. Their bar is 1003. Pretty warm up there, 31.5, and they're at anchor at Funafuti, outside the village. Okay, well, we've got White Hawk in South Minerva. I'm not sure how many are there, and all they say is that the weather is crappy. Well, there you go. So let's go to Freighters Gulf Harbour. Yeah, it's a bit difficult because we've still got a lot of snap, crackle and pop around, but yes, I can work it out. Go ahead.
We're sitting outside Minerva, about 20 knots of wind. Sorry, it's on the southeast now. Yeah, it's just us and White Hawk and a big shipping transport. Over.
Okay, I didn't quite catch that, but I've got 20 knots of southeast. You're sitting outside Minerva, and I think that was South Minerva. Is that correct? Over?
No, negative. We are in the anchorage outside Minerva with White Hawk. Over.
Oh, sorry. Can't.
I'm still not working that out.
North Minerva.
You are at North Minerva and outside North Minerva, correct?
No, near Whitehorse.
Oh, near Whitehawk. Oh, goodness gracious me. So, cancel just what I've said. They are outside South Minerva, near well, they're inside South Minerva.
North Minerva.
Well, no, Whitehawk are at South Minerva, so I'm a bit confused here. So, maybe it's another boat. Could we just start again, please, Paula, and where are you? Over? Okay, it is South Minerva and you are near Whitehawk. Okay, experiencing the same beautifully described weather that we heard from them. All right, so hopefully, did David give a bit of an update on what's happening with weather around the Minerva area? There's a lot of boats there, so
I'll give an update
yep,
over the
here's
show.
an update on Minerva weather.
Well, actually, our communications are all over the place today. I was going to give an update on the general area, which it would include Minerva and Tonga and Fiji.
Go ahead.
There's just a lot of activity. I mentioned just a few minutes ago to those that were listening about the high that's sitting in the mid-Tasman, and